I've been in the online space long enough to know this. When every meaningful moment becomes content, your joy quickly starts to erode. Today, I'm sharing the simple shift that's helped me reclaim presence in my life without losing momentum in my business. I've created space for private joy while still growing my visibility in a way that feels aligned. Picture this: going about your day while not feeling the need to document every little thing, just being. Because if every moment needs to be shared to be valid, how long before your life feels like a performance? Hi, welcome to the Connect with Sheila Botelho podcast. I'm committed to helping you reconnect to your purpose, elevate your well-being, and build your version of a happy, successful life. You're listening to a minisode where I share an insight designed to help you live into what lights you up this week. I'm so glad you're here because I have a little story for you that may just create a sense of ease in your life that could be lasting. Just recently, I left one of my Pilates classes feeling strong, feeling really open-hearted, and a little more grounded than when I walked in. I reached for my phone almost instinctively, and this thought floated in. Should I snap a photo? Should I share this? It was a really beautiful day. The sky was really blue, birds were flying around, and it was just like, oh, so beautiful. I have to capture this. At least that's what I was thinking. And that tiny voice, the one that whispers, was saying, well, if no one sees it, did it even happen? Now, I've been in this space long enough to recognize this for what it is. Conditioning, years of showing up online, of building a brand, of celebrating the highs, of being vulnerable in the lows. And it's part of how I built my business. And yet it's also part of how I've connected with thousands of beautiful humans, maybe even you. But in that moment, I realized something. That post, that urge to share, it wasn't really for me. It was me thinking about other people, thinking about the feed, for the story, for the just checking in moment that I've trained myself to see as valuable. And sometimes it is, but not always. What if that moment was just for me? No post, no caption, no filters or angles or witty lines, just me, breathing, moving, taking in that gorgeous morning, the sun glowing in the sky, feeling proud that I made it to that class, and letting that be enough. Because what I've noticed is not just in myself either, but in the brilliant women that I coach and those that I collaborate with and those that I just love so much, we've been taught to turn everything into content. Our celebrations, our stillness, our plate of food, our tears. And when you're early in your business, that can actually be helpful. You're finding your rhythm, you're building credibility, letting people in. You're saying, hey, I'm here. I care. I'm walking the walk. And it's truth. But after a while, when you've been in the game for like 4 or 5, 6+ years, you start to feel it. The constant documenting, the mental tab that's always open. Could this be a post? Should I record this? And eventually, joy becomes background noise to the performance. I hear this a lot in my community. People saying, I love what I do, but I'm tired of feeling like my whole life is for public consumption. Or, I want to take people behind the scenes, but I want some of the scene to only belong to me. And here's the truth I've landed on. Not everything has to be seen to be sacred. Your most magnetic moments often happen when no one is watching. Your deepest clarity, it doesn't come from being on. It comes from presence. So what's the shift that's changed things for me? Well, I now create intentional content windows. There are dedicated blocks in my life of time where I film, write, or capture what's on my heart on purpose. And then the rest of the time, I give myself permission to live. No audience, no algorithm, just living. Now, here's the kicker. When I started doing this, I noticed something surprising. I actually started showing up more powerfully when I did post because I was full. I wasn't forcing it. I wasn't creating from depletion. I was creating from overflow. So if this is resonating, if part of you is craving more of your life back, I want to offer you a super simple practice to help you tune into what is for you and what is for others. And you can try this today. It's one question. Ready? When you find yourself reaching for your phone to share something, pause and ask, am I sharing this because it lights me up or because I feel like I should? That's it. If it lights you up, post it. Shine your light. Let us see your joy. But if you're sharing from obligation or to stay relevant or because it's just habit, maybe let it stay with you. Let that moment fill your cup instead of feeding the scroll. For some people, that might mean sharing less. For others, it might mean sharing differently, for more presence, from more truth, from more of your full self, not just your polished self. And here's the permission I want to give you that really you don't need from me. There's no algorithm more important than your nervous system. There's no post more powerful than how you feel when you're in alignment. So let me ask you now, as you take this into your day, what is one thing you did this week just for you? Think about that. What would it feel like to do something beautiful and not tell a soul? Could that be a form of power too? The more I protect my peace, the more present I can be in the parts of life I do choose to share, and the more potent my business becomes because it is all built on authenticity, not performance. Some things are just for you, and that is more than enough. I'm so grateful that you are here today listening and giving yourself this moment in time. If you've been loving the Connect podcast, it would mean the world if you'd tap follow, leave me a quick review. It helps more incredible people like you find these conversations. And if you're ready to step into this next season of growth with full alignment and fully connected to yourself, download the Embodied Success Method and meditation in the show notes. It's my free gift to you. Thanks so much for listening. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Big blessings.